Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised. Well, holy smokes, boys and girls. Loud noises everywhere. Another snowblower video. We're not quite through the whole winter season yet, and the brute's having some issues, so I thought I would take the time to go over this and take a look at it. Well, there's half the noise gone. We got some cracking here on the auger. Down here we're going to weld up. We got a bend here. This one ate a piece of firewood. So this side's nice and straight. Everything looks good. So what I'm doing is I'm following the pattern off of this. Sorry, I'm out of focus. Off of this auger here. And then you can see this one here, it's got this kink in it. So that's not like that. This is this flows smooth. Okay, this flows smoothly. This has a kink in it. So we'll straighten the kink out with the big Bessie as best we can. We're going to re-weld it here. Other than that, it's not too bad. Now I want to talk to you about these stupid shoes here. I don't know if these were store-bought or handmade. And you know, from the outside they look like a good idea, but in reality, all they do is snag onto stuff. So much, in fact, that it's actually starting to tear the tub. We have to weld this up. So we're going to take these off, and we'll take these off. I'm going to cut this garbage off. It's just welded on. I don't like these. These are infuriating. I mean, when you're running this machine, and it's a good machine, it's banging into stuff, and you can see how it's bending it. It's just not very good. And it's both sides. This side's not quite as bent yet. I don't know if I can see that or not. There's a crack right there. You see how it's ripped? So we'll be fixing that. We'll pull these off and we'll fix that. We'll get this piece straightened out and we'll get it welded again. This side was repaired at one point. You can see the repair right there. It wasn't by me, so it was done by a shop, and they almost knew how to weld. But right from the factory, this is just MIG welded together. Some spots are better than others. A little bit of corrosion. It's not too bad. There's nothing like failing corrosion. It's all surface corrosion. I mean, that's normal because you get a snowblower to the end of the driveway, and you're going to get that salt from the road. So anyway, I'm going to try working on straightening this out with the clamp. If that's not going to work, what we'll try to do is maybe we'll put flat bar on here and squeeze it with flat bar and the clamp. So let me try that, and we'll see how it goes. I'll bring the video back in because I am working one-handed, and there's a lot of heater noise, so that sucks, but let's get back to it. Sorry about the background noise, but we're fixing snow blowers. It's cold out and you need heat. Alrighty, you can see that we got this running in a nice curve now. See how that curves along? It was 90. It was like a 45-degree angle. And I tell you how we did that is I clamped a piece of flat bar and I used the big Bessie on here and squished it back. And it looks pretty good. So I think we're going to like that. We'll still be able to get in there and weld this, but we got this straightened out now. These are just sheet metal. I mean, you know, that's like maybe 100 thick. I don't even think it's that. It's probably 90 thick. So it's not really brutal to work with. And kind of the point of this would be the way it's designed is that it's not super heavy duty, so it doesn't smash the gearbox up. or nothing bad happens. So if you run into a problem, skid shoe's really nice condition on this. The cutter, really nice. So if you run into a problem, you'll be able, it'll bend as opposed to blow this thing up. And you can see we can straighten this back out again. So there is some design differences. A lot of guys are closing up this gap in here. Let me get in there. See, this is why a tripod would never work for this. Get this into position. That gap right there, if you see guys, they'll put rubber flaps on here, and I know they tend to work really well, but it concerns me because this whole setup is basically a pump. It pumps snow.
Does it plaster work?
Yeah, and then yeah, it was penetrate. See if there's WD up there. There has to be about 2 cans. So the idea is that a little bit of slippage here might not be such a bad thing. It gives your motor a chance. So that's my thoughts on that. Anyway, I'm gonna get fixing this up, and got this straightened out. I'll bring the video back in when we're ready to weld. Ooh, that smell! Can't you smell that smell? Okay, we got her welded up in there. Where's my finger? Right there. That's welded up. It's hot, so I'm not going to touch it. Both sides are done. So now this is more rigged. We're pulling off these goofy shoes so we can weld this. So we can weld this plate. Because we're gonna. This one's going up for sale because we don't need 4 snowblowers. Well, we got 5 sitting here. So we're gonna fix it up real nice for someone who buys it. Repair all the wear and tear items on it. Gonna put new shoes on it, I think. We'll see if we got them in stock. And yeah, we'll go from there. Don't lose these bolts, eh?
So good chances we might need them.
Yeah, we will need them. Put it back together again. So now you can really see how powerful motor on it. Like, yeah, there's no need to be hurting on it. But holy cow, is that ever ripped? Anyway, we're gonna fix that. We'll get it set up and I'll show you. So we got her welded up here. It was split. Jake got her done there. This is a bit of a troublesome area we're working on. We have the same thing going on the other side. I'll get some video of the weld on the other side, but it's the same deal. We use the flat bar here to hold it straight with the clamp. And that gives you an idea from the back side. I don't know if you can see it. Where are we? You can see where the crack was.
Penetrated through, so that's what we wanted.
We'll probably hit that from the inside too. So that'll be the same deal right there where that rip is. And then we'll be able to dolly this flat again. We couldn't dolly because it's bouncing all over the place. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see right here where it's bowed. We'll dolly all that flat again before we put the skid shoe back on. Speaking of shoes, this is the shoe I took off. It was brand new. This is the piece. On paper, it seems like a good idea. But you seen the damage that it created because it was wanting to snag on everything and lever it off. And the constant banging on this way out from here. So this is, you got to imagine this. I don't know if I don't want to get too engineering on you, but this point here to way out here creates a lot of leverage as it keeps ripping on there. So eventually the sheet metal couldn't take it because it's not designed enough, designed robust enough to be able to withstand that. So like this is kind of like socialism. It sounds good on paper, but when you put it into reality, it doesn't work. So that's what we had here. We'll call this the socialist skid shoe. Was that being political? I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, there we go. That's going to work. We'll do the other one. We'll clean this one up, and it'll be good to go back on. No issues. So Jake's working on that one. At the same time, we got electrical work going on, because right now we have this compressor here, which danger, got a hole in the tank, and we're still running it. It's corroded. That compressor's 20 years old. And yeah, it's finished. And then I got the big Ingersoll Rand hiding behind that piece of plywood. But in order for that to run its 220 17 amps, we have to fix up our electrical. So that's the co-project. We co-project here. So this is what we're doing here, is we're getting access. That's the original service. It was only 120. We got it working to 240. But it's only, right now it's 15 amps. The wire here will carry 30. But that's a whole other project, and I'm old age is kicking in and I'm drifting away. So Jake's working on this. We're getting the brute ready to sell. So he's trying to take care of that now, doing the best that he can. So like I said, we're just welding those sides back up. We got the augers done. The impeller all looks good. Here's the other shoe. So we'll get this shoe cut apart, get these goofy things taken off. And you can see he's just trying to pull the metal square. It's a good design, but you know, it's sheet metal.
You don't have this.
You don't have, it's not made out of quarter plate, so you try to do these modifications like this that seem good. I don't know, whoever did this did a really good job on it. It's really symmetrical. You know, when I look at something and I know something that's homemade, this does not feel homemade. Maybe it was a brute design.
Either way, we're not.
Either way, it sucks because it's tearing apart the sheet metal on the side, so we're going to fix that. Now, the replacement ones don't come with this big giant shoe on here, so maybe these are gravel shoes. I don't know. Like I said, it just grabs onto everything. Not a good plan.
To see if we can see if it'll stay to weld the rest of it.
This is just improvise after improvise.
You could maybe dolly that because this side's not bent out as far. It's almost straight.
Can you pull down that lump?
This?
Yeah.
Like after? Yeah, I can sand that down. But I'm gonna.
Anything else broken?
I'm gonna like weld up in here anyways, just because.
Where's the crack?
Right about the end's right about here. So I'm gonna weld a little bit up here.
Yep.
Just run into it and then polish it quickly.
All right, let's do that.
So it's like. Get it around there.
Okay, now big problem is the phone didn't flip. Ugh. Stand by. I don't know if that shot was upside down or not, boys and girls. Just hitting her from the other side. The inside doesn't have to be as flat because there's nothing that bolts onto it. It's just the outside.
Yeah.
So we got the weld bead there. So that's fixed up. We'll touch that up. Grab that inside one over there.
Hit it?
Yeah, hit that while you're there.
Maybe down the inside of the penetration or right over on top of it.
What is that?
Well, it kind of burned all the way through.
Yeah, but it goes, I think there's one that goes out this way.
There is, yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah. So
That's like a star crack.
it's a surface level crack.
Trying to get this in the shot.
Something like that in there, right?
Okay, got it.
I don't foresee that being an issue.
No, I don't care about it. And it doesn't have to be flat on the inside of the tub. It's just where the skid shoe bolts on we got to worry about. And that doesn't look too bad. Maybe a little touch up.
Yeah,
I think we got it all. Jake will check for more. Whoop, my thumb's in the way.
We'll just hit it. I think we're good. I think we got them.
We just got to flatten that where the shoe goes on.
I just went back down in alongside the other bead where it burned through just to further
And you can see we got the
add some reinforcement to it.
where we got the auger done. That's done.
But it should keep grease out of it. But
Grease burning.
it's okay.
Yeah, because you're going to get grease out of that tube. The tube's completely full. Sorry about that.
Has been for the last 15 years.
Okay.
That might work.
Okay. But that shoe's not ready yet.
Okay.
I'll have to get the other shoe ready. Jake's just squaring that off now to make sure when we bolt the shoe back on, it's nice and flat, give us the best clamping force possible. So there you go. My. So we got all the welding done. We got the shoes back on. But this thing had a problem with driving. And would you look at this? Let me see if we can get in there. That belt is not in the pulley at all. And that's the driver belt. Look at that.
Bobby, would you look at that?
Oh, buddy. Bobby, look at that. So there's our problem. There's your problem, lady, why it won't drive half the time. Because it's not in the belt.
Okay.
The back drive belt. It's rubbing on everything.
Yeah, it's right out of there, isn't it?
Yeah, look.
Oh, what do you do?
Can you guys see that? All right, let's get on her. I think I have a new belt in stock too. We'll get her fixed right up. I don't know if you guys remember, that's a brand new drive wheel I put in there. That was that one video that I said I couldn't video it too much because you can't get your hands in there. Like, look at the busyness going on in here. It's crazy. So there's the belt. It doesn't look super bad, but it's got micro cracking on the edges. It's this one right here. And the auger belt, or the blower belt, we're going to change them both because I have them in stock. I just got to figure out how to weasel this thing out. And the drive wheel, there it is there. It looks pretty good. Everything's lubed up still, no problems. I wouldn't touch that. Flowing with oil. The only thing that happens is this is the axle unlock. And in cold weather, it has a tendency to bind up. So I don't use it. But anyway. Everything looks good. The axles are decent. The wheels are floating around the way they should be. Look at that. That wheel's not seized. That's a good sign. You can pull it apart when you need to. This wheel is definitely not seized. So yeah, all that looks good. Bearings are good. So I did the full service on this one last year, about mid-season, and then I didn't use it that much. We actually moved out of the house. So it just kind of sat. So now we're going to sell it. So we'll go over it all, change that belt, and then we'll see. Stand by. Yeah, okay, again, this is next to impossible to video inside this thing. So the belt sits around this wheel here. This is your drive wheel. That's your friction wheel that goes into your hex shaft. So to get this belt out to move this drive wheel, the way they designed it, you can see the overlap right there where the drive wheel overlaps the tub. There's no room in there. So you can't get the belt out. So we had to pull this shaft out of here. That's why the wheels are off. That's the shaft that holds the drive wheel. So it gives you enough flexibility to be able to pull the belt out. So that's the first belt. The auger belt, the blower belt has to be off in order to get the drive belt off. So hold this for me, Jake. Just hold the phone like that. Keep your fingers out. So where are we? Here, grab it by the side so I can see, because I can't see. Don't worry about the grease. It's got a cover on it. So, let's see if we can get this to focus. There's the belt there. Okay. Now you can see a little bit of dry rot going on. Okay, as we roll through the belt. So this is the stuff that we're looking at. There's a big crack right there.
That's no good.
Okay. There's another big crack. And then if we turn the belt over, let me see if I can get it into profile. I'm trying to do this. It has some cupping to it. I don't know if it'll show up. It's not flat anymore. No, there you go. Focus. So yeah, you can see it. It's got like a cupping to it. So that's why that belt's no good. And of course it has glazing, right? Which is your burning and shining up. So if you can see, this spot is dull. And then you see these spots that are polished up and just shining. That's burnt. So there you go. That's why that belt's no good. Here's the new belt, D&D. It's Kevlar wrap, supposedly. It feels like a wrap belt. So what that means, it has a Kevlar coating on it.
It's tough.
Yeah, that's where you can see these seams. That's nothing to worry about. That's the Kevlar wrap. And then they bond it. So that's the belt there. So, okay. We'll worm this one on. And then we'll go after the other belt.
Okay. So we got to pull up on that shifter thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can you get it in there?
Your pry bar's in the way.
Okay, just a minute. Let me see.
Reposition.
How about that? That's the best I can do.
Okay, we're in.
See that? That's the shift fork shaft. You got to pry up on it to give it enough room. There's just no room inside this thing. And now we've got the problem with the friction wheel blocking the belt. You can see the belt there. You can see the friction wheel underneath it. So let's see if I can give a little bit of pry to that. Okay, try that.
Shove it through more?
Yeah, see if it'll go past the wheel.
Okay, I'm like at the motor pulley now. Is that bad that I'm in the motor pulley groove?
No, let me see. Well, I'm going to have to hold the video and see if I can squirt that through.
Tensioner back, right? And you loop it in between the tensioner?
You got to be behind it.
Okay, hang on.
Okay, I'm fully on the wheel.
Okay, hang on. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Okay, I gotta do that. And then get that in, right? Right?
Yeah, it's got to push down on the back side of the belt.
Right, I gotta get that. Sorry, it's tricky.
You're not on the motor yet. Here you go. Is it in?
Yeah. Sorry, so I'll spring tension there. It's in.
You're not in on here.
No?
No, pull on the belt. It popped off. Push back on the spring tensioner. Okay, let her go again. There, now you're in.
Does it?
Okay, is there lots of spring tension on there?
Yeah.
Okay, dry belt's in. Now we got to go after the other belt.
All right.
Okay, so I believe what we're going to do, we're going to leave it in the, crazy as it sounds, we're going to leave it in the service position. We're going to take these two bolts out. Don't worry about it. We're going to loosen this one off. We're going to do both sides and we're going to pivot. We're going to pivot this unit back. So what we'll do is pivot it back. That'll move this assembly away from here and then we can pop this belt through. Is there a way to get this belt through right now? Have a look. No. No, I can feel inside there. Let me get, I forgot to put that shaft in. Hold on, people. Snowblowers are so much fun to work on, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then this one just gets
loosen her
loosened.
up.
Right?
Yep.
Good?
No more. Alright, let's hit the front side, the other side. So we got the belt in for the drive, just a little bit of wiggling. There you go. Lots of toasted belt. Can't make it any clearer than that. So what this does is it allows the two halves of the machine to come apart, to separate from each other. And why we're doing that is that creates a space in between these two parts to get this belt out, which drives the blower portion, the impeller, and the auger. Oh, there we go. So it went the other direction. Okay, let's tip her back. Okay, we're gonna tip this back. Now, whoa, light gravity.
Okay.
What do we got going here?
Does it not pivot?
Does it not pivot? It should pivot. Pivot the wrong way. Hold on, stand by, folks. Putting the bottom cover back on. You get it?
No, it's wanting to be.
There you go. I think you got it.
Yeah.
That's what she is. I did the halogen conversion kit on this, and it turned out pretty good.
Yeah. We're getting her. Okay. I know what I have to do.
Need that ratchet. So that belt was a little bit of a bugger to work on.
We just split the splitter.
Break the machine in half. And unfortunately, the way I did it was wrong, because I should have had the wheels back on. And I should have tipped the two away from each other, sitting in the operating position as opposed to the repair position. But, you know, we like to do things the hard way because it's the challenge, right? Yeah. You want to try this?
A short?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Be kind of handy.
Yeah, in this given scenario.
Yeah.
It's important we have the right tools. Just want to start this so it doesn't walk its way out. And that's good. This is a bit of a funny pan. It's under a fair amount of tension here, friends.
Hopefully this will be the last Snowblower video. I got belts to do on an MTD next, but I don't know. Done what, 4 or 5 Snowblower videos this season.
We don't want to get stale.
Yeah, I don't want to saturate the channel with that stuff. But you know, leave a comment if you want to see that one.
Summer, people won't want to watch the channel.
Yeah, because we got the tractor to work on.
We got some other endeavors on the go too, hopefully.
Anyway, we'll stand by, and then Jake will get this done. We'll get her back in the operating position. All right, and everything seems to run good. It's all adjusted properly. There's new belts installed. So everything's good. It's only got, I used it one snowblowing. Yeah, So what does it have on it? An hour's runtime. So we got a new friction wheel, 2 new belts. So it's looking pretty good. So we'll close the video. While Jake's putting that cover on, you guys can hit that subscribe button.
Make way.
Yeah, that'd be really super good. Super good to hit the subscribe button. And we're going to take some pictures on this and throw it on Marketplace. Because like I said, we got too many snowblowers. This is the one with the LED headlight conversion in it. So if you guys remember that. So yeah, that's it. This bad boy is finished.
Yeah, we're in good shape.
Yeah, I'm happy.
It's a very hot muffler right there. So
is she hot?
She's warm there.
That's good.
Heat's radiating, so we're not going to touch it. I've done that. I did that with a lawnmower this summer by accident. I lost my balance, and you always hear the sizzle before you have time to respond to the pain. Remember that.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Sizzle first, pain next.
So,
little fucking sizzle followed by a loud scream.
Some solar cane because I was hurting pretty good.
Oh, called mom, so that was a heavy duty one.
29 at the time, and I had to call mom, but you know, emergencies are emergencies, and it hurt pretty bad, so I won't be touching a hot muffler anymore.
Well, alrighty. If it quacks, what's that say? If it quacks, clucks, turn around. If it clucks, ruts, or struts,
we are trying to limit out.
We're trying to limit out. So yeah.
Limit outdoors.
That's
They're in Ohio or something, those guys. They're in the States somewhere, I think. Or Saskatchewan. It's one or the other.
all right, that's it. We're going to wrap the video up. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. There you go. Welded her all up. Fixed the damage to it. Took those goofy skis off of it. We're back to normal, which I like. Right there.
Yeah.
And those are good again. Good to service. And we're good to go. So I think we got it adjusted right. Let's get a look. Yeah, looks adjusted pretty good. Maybe a touch high on that side. So what I liked about 3/6 of an inch between the scraper bar and the ground. So we'll set that and then we'll be done. Thanks again. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, come back often, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.